I'm calling you boring. Take that. Felix shook his head and stood up, pushing past Olly. Move it, buttface. He shoved his younger brother aside and headed down the hall towards the bathroom. Buttface, huh? Well... Olly flicked through his book again. Why do ducks have tail feathers? Olly was like those ads you can't skip on YouTube. There was no escaping him. Felix walked into the bathroom and shut the door in Olly's face, but it didn't stop him. To cover their butt, quack! Go away, Olly, I'm having a shower, Felix yelled through the closed door. Oh, you should have a shower, 'cause your armpits smell so bad your teacher gave you an A+ for not raising your hand. It was useless trying to make him stop. Olly had been testing his jokes on Felix for weeks now, ever since he'd found that annoying book in the local second-hand bookshop. Olly thought they were hilarious, but what does an 8-year-old know about what is funny? Epic videos on YouTube are funny. #animals acting like humans is funny. POV memes are so funny. Olly's joke book is just not. Maybe a nice shower would wash away the frustration of having to start every day with the world's most unfunny stand-up comedy routine. But somehow, Felix doubted it. He stripped off his clothes, trying to block out the annoying voice behind the door. Hey Felix, you're as much use as a chocolate teapot. Get it? 'Cause it would just melt. Felix stepped into the shower, keen for the sound of water to drown out his brother's insults. Oh, this one's perfect for you 'cause you are such a bad dancer, Olly started. I wish I could just get away from that little snot rag, Felix muttered as he turned on the tap and water shot from the shower head. What do you call a dancing sheep? Felix never heard Olly's punchline. The water hit his head and... There was a sound like rusty brakes on a metro train, a blinding flash of white light, and the strong smell of singed hair. Chapter 2. Naked and Desperate. What? Felix felt the grass prickle beneath his feet. Wait, was he outside? A cool breeze made him glance down. Ah! Felix was as naked as the moment he stepped into the shower. Both his hands dived down to cover his bits. He searched for answers to the 1,000 questions that whirled through his mind, and also for a pair of pants. He was standing in the middle of a large field and he had no idea where he was or how he got there. Attack! The cry came from behind Felix and he spun around. Soldiers ran over the top of the ridge and down the hill towards him. An army! Some were on foot brandishing swords and carrying shields. Some had bows and arrows drawn, and others were on horses with long spears under their arms. Roar! From the other direction, a pack of villagers rushed towards them. They were dressed in olden-day clothing, carrying sticks and pitchforks and a bunch of other random weaponry. And Felix was in the middle. Naked. He spotted a blue and yellow shield lying on the ground and grabbed it. Holding it over the bits that mattered, he bolted out of the way. Just in time, too. The two groups collided in an explosion of clanks and crashes and bad words. Felix ran. Up ahead, just beyond the field, was a small farmhouse. With no other option, he headed for it, leaving the battle behind in a cloud of dust. It was a smart choice. There, in the front yard, was a clothesline, full of clean washing. Felix would not normally take something that wasn't his, but desperate times called for desperate measures, and being naked in a strange land counted as very desperate times. Felix checked that the coast was clear. Music wafted from the house, but he couldn't see anyone. He paused for a moment to listen. Was it a violin? It wasn't being played like the painful performances at the end-of-year school spectacular, which was absolutely not spectacular. This violin was full of joy, and the music bounced along, almost making Felix want to dance. But Felix was still naked, and naked was no time to dance. He threw the shield over a small wall surrounding the farmhouse and climbed over. On the other side, he picked the shield...